What's up, you dead nerds? How's everyone doing today? Yeah. Woo. How's everything? How's everyone? How's blah, 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 blah? Yeah, so today we watched another video. Today's video was Pledge. The movie Pledge. I found this also on Hulu. It was nice. I was kind of in a rush today to do all this. To watch it, to do everything. Hey, Jeremy, what's going on, man? How's it going, nerd? No, but really. What's up, Jeremy? How you doing? Yeah, so today's movie was Pledge. I was in a rush to do all this. I had a lot of stuff going on this weekend. It's like one thing after another this week, and it's been kind of crazy. But yeah, so I try to watch movies when Hallie's not around that I don't think she'll like much. So that way she's not missing out on anything or all that jazz. But like I said, today we watched Pledge. This was a movie about college fraternity pledging. Who would have guessed? No. And you're kind of fooled throughout the whole movie. You're expected to think these nerds that are, nerds. They're just not part of the cool kids, and they're freaks to them, or they're weird, or blah blah blah. Our people, us. You expect them to be the ones getting in this pledge, trying to pledge their allegiance to this fraternity or club or whatever it is. And the whole movie is just like, first them trying to find somewhere to go, somewhere to be, somewhere to, take in and have a good college life and all that stuff. And then they finally find a place that accepts them. And then it comes to this weird spot where, they don't understand what's going on, but hey, everyone likes them and everyone wants to be a part of it. So screw it. There's women everywhere. There's booze and drugs, and everyone's going crazy and having a good time. They tell them to come back the next day for another party. And they're like, heck yeah, we found our spot. We found where we're going to be. Ballin', yeah. All that jazz. And no. As you could have guessed, this was a horror movie. And everything starts to go sideways. Oh, these poor kids. You don't really know what's going on. You don't know if they're actually getting pledged in or what's happening. And then as it slowly builds up, they're doing like normal pledge things, and they're getting branded, and they're coming in, and they're, oh my God. All of a sudden they start killing kids. They start killing their pledges. And, it's getting more and more gruesome, and, they're tracking them down. They're finding them, all this BS. And, finally the nerds start to fight back. And they want to go on, and they don't want to die. Blah, blah, blah. And then basically the end of the movie is where we're at now, and all of them die. All of them get freaking murdered, because you find out that the guys doing the pledging are actually the ones pledging. They're the ones trying to get into this club, and their job is to kill these kids, to get people to come in and then kill them. And that's how they join. All but one of the weirdos, the nerds, dies just outright, just getting stabbed to death and everything else. The chubby kid is all that's left, and he fights for it, and then he actually gets to take out one of the pledges and kills him. And then it kind of just like leaves it weird. Like, we don't know, because like they're in this room downstairs in this basement, and they're all the remainder ones are getting killed by who hasn't taken a life yet. And the fat kid kills the guy trying to kill him. And then all these like black suit wearing dudes come over, and they like drop the pin in front of him. So we don't know if he accidentally pledges because he killed a person, and that's what you had to do to to be a part of the group. I don't know. Who knows? I don't. That's for sure. Was this movie horror-tastic? Yeah, it had great suspense. You know, you really want to feel for these guys. You really want these guys to live, and they start dying. And then you're like, holy crap, they're not just pledging, they're dying. And, you know, there's a couple jump scares, nothing crazy, nothing out of the ordinary. Most people won't probably get scared by them, you know, won't get the jump scare. However, there's no nudity, which is a plus. Because, you know, most horror movies nowadays, like, heavily ride that nudity. Like, oh, we have to do this. It's part of making a horror movie. No. You know, it's refreshing when it's not forced, you know, and there sometimes it's just forced. What can I say? The blood and guts and gore and all that was good. It was better than I expected. I expected this blood and guts to just be terrible. I expected it all to just make me sick, kind of. You know what I mean? But because you know how cheesy horror movies get sometimes. They get super cheese. This one did it good. The most gory scene is like they cut off one of the nerds' heads and they're like walking around with it, which was cool. I liked it. Was it horror-tastic? Yeah, I'd say it was, with the suspense and the gore and the trickery. I think it was pretty horror-tastic. What was wrong with the movie? Some of the dialogue fell flat. Not a whole lot of it, but the movie like has a purpose. Like, this is the purpose of the movie. We have to do this. This is what we had to do, and it's forced. It parts like. It flows really well, and you can get the idea, and you don't really get like taken out of the movie too much, but you can definitely feel the forcedness of some of the scenes, I guess you can say. That's the worst part to me, is some of the feelings of forcedness to it. What was my favorite scene? My favorite scene was... Oh, that's a tough one. My favorite scene was probably when they're, what were these groups of kids doing that I enjoyed watching? There's not a whole lot. I mean, all the hazing was cool. I enjoyed that. You know, they'd someone play good cop, and then the one guy played bad cop, and there was always that dynamic going with the brothers who were doing the pledging. That was good. But favorite scene wise, I'd have to say the ending. Like when old nerd comes around and kills the brother and takes him out. I thought that was cool. That was a redemption, because you don't expect anyone to live. You're like, oh, it's one of these movies where all the heroes die. Got it. But now I'm interested. Is there another movie where now he's in charge? You know, like, is he in charge of this group now, in charge of this club? I thought it was cool. It's set up good for a next movie, but the ending of it leaves it so dry that you can't really tell if there's going to be a next movie. Favorite character was actually the first weirdo to die. He's like the annoying nerd. Like, he's what a lot of my friends are. And, you know, seeing him, like, obviously they knew people like him, because like these people obviously exist, and they casted his role well, and, you know, his lines were very good for what he is. And yeah, he's the first one to die. He's the one that gets his head cut off, and he's super annoying, and he gets on everyone's nerves. But, you know, that part felt the most human in the movie, like, not scripted. Like, oh, I know that guy. You know what I mean? I liked him the most. So what would I rate this movie? That's a tough question. I'm not going to sit here and beg everyone go see the movie. I'm not going to give it 5. I'm sorry. If I could rate halves, which we don't do on this channel, I'd give it like a 3.5. So because we don't do that, I'm going to round up, because we're a nice channel. And I'm gonna give it a 4. I'll say people should watch it if they get a chance to, if they got some time to watch it. Go watch the movie. It's not bad. It's not like top tier horror movie, but it's if you go to watch a scary movie, if you want to watch a horror movie, if you want to be a part of that, and you know what you're getting into when you click on a movie called Pledge. Let's be honest, and it doesn't let you down. It doesn't disappoint you. It is what you hope that it can be for a movie called Pledge about a bunch of nerds trying to get into a fraternity. Like, this is the horror movie that you expect. I can't say it's super original. Like, most of us can probably think of this movie in our minds when we read it. Like, oh, I can figure out what this movie's going to be. But they do a good job. Like, you sit down and watch it, and it does what it sets out to do. And that's all I can hope for from a horror movie. So, yeah, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5 spooks. 4 out of 5, 4 out of 5, 4 out of 5 spooks. So if you see it, go check it out. It's worth a watch. It's not bad. All right, squad. I love you guys. Peace out.